So E3 2019 is now only a few days away, and as the hype for the event starts to build, I've decided to put together my 5 most anticipated games for E3 2019 that have already been announced. Let's go! So in at number 5 we have The Outer Worlds, which is being developed by Obsidian and is being published by Private Division. Even though Microsoft have recently acquired Obsidian, The Outer Worlds was well into development before the acquisition took place, so the game is being still published by Private Division, but obviously Xbox Game Studios are going to have a hand in there somewhere. This was recently announced at the Game Awards. It was an announcement trailer was dropped, and well, we got quite a decent bit from it really. We got a sci-fi setting. This is going to be very, very much based around space exploration, which looks really cool. It looks very, very Bioshock style in terms of the art style, which looks great. We're going to get a massive open world and probably a very, very deep RPG. After all, Obsidian were the developers of the Fallout New Vegas game, which is, for many people, or especially many Fallout fans, was the best Fallout game. It looks like the story is going to be based around how large corporations have taken over various sections and areas of not only individual worlds, but space itself, and they're going to be competing against one another. It's going to be very consumerism based, I guess. But all in all, this game looks fab, and I cannot wait for a really big, deep RPG, sci-fi RPG to get my teeth into. So that's number 5. So in at 4 we have Jedi The Fallen Order, which is being developed by Respawn and being published by EA. Hopefully, and I say it with a slight nervousness, hopefully this is the Star Wars game that we not only deserve, but the one we desperately need and crave for. Star Wars has been thrown around by EA so loosely with the, in my opinion, poor Battlefront games. And finally, this looks like we are going to get the narrative-based Star Wars story that we've been craving for in a video game format. Obviously, the resurgence of the franchise with all the films has had its ups and downs, but now it looks like we're finally going to get that meaty story within a video game. The main character, Cal, looks to be a Force user who is hiding out in the new burgeoning Empire. The story looks like it's going to take place between episodes 3 and 4, which is an area which has got great intrigue for me. It's not something that's really been heavily dived into in the mainstream anyway, and the fact that we're finally going to get that narrative game in a Star Wars universe is awesome, so fingers crossed this one goes really well. In at number 3 we have Gears 5, which is being developed by the Coalition and published by Microsoft, or probably now known as Xbox Game Studios. I can't wait for Gears 5. I've been really looking forward to this game ever since it was announced, because I really liked Gears 4. I'm a massive Gears fan as well. But I understand the criticism with Gears 4 of how people felt that it played it a little bit too safe and they didn't really innovate as much. But Rod Ferguson, the studio head at the Coalition, has said and come out on record that they are going to be more bold, they're going to try more things, and that's just great. It looks like now that Kate, who is one of our new protagonists, she is going to be taking centre stage in this game as she deals with the absolute bombshell that was revealed right at the end of Gears 4. I won't spoil that for you if you haven't watched Gears 4, but that looks like it's going to be heavily leaning into the story of Gears 5. It looks like there's also going to be a divide between Kate, Del and JD, and even Marcus for that fact, and it just looks like it's going down a really intriguing route, and they're going to try something new with the story, which is awesome. It looks like there's going to be some new gameplay innovations as well. We saw from the trailer some of the new swarm infested robots and all that kind of stuff looks great. It looks like we're also going to go back to, we're going to lean back on some of the old Gears stuff with all the scenes up in the mountains, and lean back on the history of the Gears franchise as well, which is always nice to see. But I cannot wait for this game. This game looks stunning. I can't wait for what the story is going to be. I'm really excited. At 2 is Cyberpunk 2077, which is both being developed and published by Polish developer CD Projekt Red. Now, CD Projekt Red have recently come off the absolutely outstanding success, an incredible game that was The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt, and I cannot wait for this game. It looks like the massive open world building, the deep quest lines, the really in-depth storytelling is coming over from The Witcher 3 and into this new game. The game is very much set in a sci-fi futuristic setting. The city itself is Night City, and the protagonist V, who is very fluid in their character customization, you can make them whoever you want really. It looks like they're going to be diving deep into the criminal underworld of this city. The game is going to lean really heavily on the robotic customizations and body modifications that you can see in many future imaginations of the sci-fi setting of humans moving into the future, like Deus Ex and many others. But this game looks absolutely stunning. They also had a really long, hour-long, I think it was, gameplay demo, a behind closed doors demo at E3 last year after it was dropped on Microsoft's stage, and everyone's been raving about it. So the fact that this game is very close now, I'm hoping, I'm praying that it's going to be out this year. But this game looks absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot wait. So my most anticipated game for E3 2019 is none other than Halo Infinite, being developed by 343 Industries and published by Microsoft and Xbox Game Studios. And I am a massive Halo fan. Halo is my #1 love when it comes to gaming, especially being an Xbox fan and an Xbox content creator. And after we got the tease of all teasers at the beginning of the show last year with the engine demonstration teaser trailer, it's hard to tell what's going to happen with this game. Hopefully more details are going to be revealed at this year's conference. But it looks like we're going to get a new classic-styled art direction, which is something people have been shouting out for quite some time now. It's obviously being run on the new Slipspace engine. It looks like we're going back to the roots of what the original games were, especially harkening back to Combat Evolved, being back on a Halo ring. And Bonnie Ross recently revealed that it's going to be somewhat of a spiritual reboot for the franchise. So it looks like 343 are really analysing what they've done with the franchise so far, looking at the pros and cons of what they've done, looking at the positives and the negative things of what they've done, and they're really going to sit down and hopefully create what I believe is going to be their best Halo game to date. And they're really going to round off this trilogy, at least we think it's a trilogy, it might even be more than that now, it might be a saga of games, in the right way. This game looks great, even just from the engine demonstration. I cannot wait for what this game is going to be. Hopefully we get more details this year. Well guys, I hope you are just as excited for E3 2019 as I am. I am really looking forward to this year's show. Again, these are just some of the games that I am most anticipating. If these are the same games or you have different games that you are looking forward to, then please let me know down in the comments below, and I'm more than up for having a chat to people about what they're looking forward to. Again, if you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like, please go over to InstallationX and subscribe, please leave a comment down below and share the video around to help get the channel some recognition. As always, I'm Sykes, and for all things Xbox, stay tuned to InstallationX. Bye guys.